Do you know the real difference between an employee and an entrepreneur? I'm going to spend time to take you through that. My name is Emmanuel Amoti, and my mission is to empower purpose-driven Africans to be able to rise spiritually, economically, and socially. So please, this is something that you have to try your possible best and watch up to the end. So when we talk about an employee and we talk about an entrepreneur, there is a line between the two of them. So let me do it this way. Let me have entrepreneur for you here, and let me have employee for you here. All right. So an entrepreneur, one of the first things you must know is that entrepreneur works for vision. So entrepreneur works for vision, and then an employee works for salary. So whilst entrepreneur works for vision, an employee actually works for salary. So entrepreneur has something that is actually driving him or her, and he keeps thinking about it, how he or she can push it and all of that, and it is something that is burning on him that if he doesn't push it, he will not be at peace. So an entrepreneur actually works for vision. The second thing is that an entrepreneur actually takes initiatives. So entrepreneur takes initiatives, but employees actually wait for instruction. Okay, so very often, even in a corporate setup or in an organization, there are people who are working over there as employees, but they are able to take initiatives. They are able to challenge themselves to be able to do certain things on their own and show the results to their employers. Once the person begins to show signs of that, it tells you that the person can become a successful entrepreneur if he decides to set up his or her own enterprise. But if you have an employee who always waits for instructions, not creative, and always thinking that he can't be able to challenge him or herself, then that person can never be a successful entrepreneur. The third one is that an entrepreneur is someone who takes risks, but employee actually avoid risk. Right. Now, this must be explained properly. Entrepreneur takes risks, but the kind of risk he or she takes is called calculated risk. It's not every risk that the entrepreneur must take. Entrepreneur must be able to take calculated risks. But one thing we know about employees is that they avoid the risk at all. They avoid the risk. So if you have an enterprise and let's say you have people who are made up of the management team, and sometimes when you are coming out with initiatives and all of that, you will have some key people, maybe in the management or the boardroom, that would actually be telling you, oh, as for this, it will not go well. As for this, they always see the negative aspects, and they will be punching holes into it and discouraging you and all of that. It tells you that those people are stuck in their mind to become permanent employees. But there are some people that wherever you come out with an idea, they try their possible best to support and help you push, irrespective of whether the outcome will be positive or negative. They tell you to give it a try. Let's give it a try. But let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. So entrepreneurs are interested in taking calculated risk, but employees, they always want to avoid the risk because they don't want to risk anything about their life.